Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So you all know I love my tag videos and I thought it would be fun to do a Christmas tag. So I'm going to be doing two videos. This one is just a general Christmas tag. I found the questions online and they all have to do with Christmas, and then I made up a tag that is going to be more of a religious-based Catholic Christmas tag that I will have up too. And I just thought these are fun. They're a great way for me and you to get to know each other better, and I'd love to hear your input or thoughts in the comments. If you have a YouTube channel of your own, I am tagging you to answer these questions, and if not, I'm tagging you to comment them below if you'd like. I know before I had a channel, I still thought it was fun to answer all the questions, and so I'd love to hear your answers too. Let's begin. Okay, question number 1. Do you like to stay in your PJs or dress up for Christmas? I like to dress up for Christmas. Aside from Christmas morning, I like to stay in my PJs in the morning to open gifts and hang out around the house, but for Mass and family gatherings, I like to dress up. Question number 2. If you could only buy one person a present this year, who would it be? This is tough because we have kids, but I would say if I had to pick one person to buy for, only one person, it would be my husband, Mario. Question number 3. Do you open your presents Christmas Eve or Christmas morning? I open my presents Christmas morning. However, on Christmas Eve, I usually see family. So at some point then, growing up, I would open presents. But I was also never one of those families who would open them at night. It was always Christmas morning when Santa brought the presents. And then I'd get one present. My largest gift would be from my parents. Plus, I like to go to a midnight mass or the latest vigil mass on Christmas Eve that I can go to. So usually that's the time where it's more focused on going to mass and the family gatherings, and then Christmas morning is just that relaxing time spent at home. Number 4, have you ever built a gingerbread house? And yes, I have. I have used both gingerbread house building kits, and then what I loved was when I used to work at a retail store, we had an annual Christmas party leading up to the holiday season, and so they would make a really fun night of it. They would let us know about the new products and just anything we needed to know, but then in addition to that, we would do a few fun activities. And one year we all made gingerbread houses, but it was cool because we used graham crackers for them. So they gave us these little kits with graham crackers and frosting, and then I think we each had a theme that we had to do for our particular house, and then it was just really cool the way the game was set up. But what I loved most about it was that we used graham crackers for it, and I just thought that was so clever because they're a lot easier to work with than the gingerbread kits that I had used in the past. Often I would get frustrated because you finally get your gingerbread house all set up and ready to decorate, and then there goes the wall or there goes the roof. And so what I loved about the graham crackers is they held up nicely. But one random thing still on the topic of gingerbread houses is that I was listening to the radio, I think this was yesterday, and the person came on and said that there is a specific type of icing called royal icing for gingerbread houses, and that helps them stay up better. So I don't know if you've heard of that before. I had heard of royal icing, but I didn't know what it was or that that was a special icing to use for gingerbread houses. So maybe that's why I've always had issues. I don't know. Number 5, what do you like to do on your Christmas break? So this must have been written by a college or high school student because when you're an adult, you don't necessarily have a break, I guess, unless you take off work during Christmas time. But throughout the years, I've always liked to do the classic Christmas time stuff like baking cookies, seeing Christmas lights, making a gingerbread house, decorating, wrapping presents, doing little crafting activities. So all of those things still hold true, but my favorite is visiting with family and friends. Number 6, do you have a favorite Christmas meal or treat? I would say when I think of Christmas foods, the main thing that comes to mind is eggnog. I always would drink eggnog at this time of year, and it's just been something that I associate with Christmas more than anything else. Aside from Christmas cookies, I tend to be a chocolate lover, but the one time of the year where I eat a dessert that is not chocolate is Christmas time, where I will eat sugar cookies. Number 7, what is your favorite holiday movie? My favorite holiday movie, this is tough because there are a lot of good ones, but I would say one of my favorites would be The Santa Claus. I like all 3 of them. I think the second one is my favorite one. So yeah, The Santa Claus. I did see Elf after years of not having seen Elf. Finally I saw it and I thought that was a really cute, great movie. So that's another favorite. I also like the classics, Rudolph and Frosty the Snowman. They always seem to get me in the Christmas spirit, but I really like the Santa Claus movies. Number 8, candy canes or gingerbread men? I think it depends. If I were to pick one to eat, I would pick candy canes. And if I were to pick one that I think looks cuter or that I would use to decorate something with, I would pick gingerbread men. Number 9, have you ever made a snowman? Yes, it snows where I'm from, so of course I've made snowmen. I never made like a really epic giant one. I've made a few good ones, but I always preferred to make snow forts for some reason. Like I would make a snowman. I always struggled with it. I thought it took a lot longer to make one than I anticipated, and so I'd give up, but I was always determined to make a really cool snow fort. But yeah, I've definitely made snowmen. Number 10, what do you like better, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? That is a hard question because both are awesome, but throughout time, I've always liked Christmas Eve in a deeper way, I guess. I love the last minute anticipation of Christmas morning coming. I love that I tend to see more family on Christmas Eve, so for that reason, I like Christmas Eve. But yeah, I like the anticipation. I love going to midnight mass, and Christmas morning is just the icing on the cake. But definitely Christmas Eve I prefer, but both are equally awesome. Number 11, do you like white lights or colored lights? Of course, I'm gonna give a complicated answer to this question. It depends on the room and location of the tree and how you're decorating the tree, because I've seen some really beautiful trees with colored lights, but then I've seen some gorgeous trees with all white lights that probably wouldn't look good with color lights on them. So I think it just depends on where you are placing the tree, what ornaments are going on the tree. I think the colored ornaments are more fun for kids, so if it's somewhere that's a little bit more playful, the colored ornaments are good. For exterior lights, I like both. I think colored are a lot more fun, but if there's a house that's decked out in all white lights, I love that too. But my all-time preference when it comes to Christmas lights and exterior spaces is I like when white icicle lights are outlining the rim of the house, or kind of the border of where the roof meets the rest of the house, if that makes sense. So I like icicle lights being used as a border or around a porch, and then I like colored net lights in bushes. I don't know why, I just always like the way that that combination looks, and then just extra lights throughout on trees. But yeah, I like white icicle lights so much. I think they're beautiful. I actually have some hanging in my house that I love looking at, but I do like colored lights too. I think there's something very fun and exciting about seeing all the colors. So that concludes this video. I hope that this was kind of fun, and I would love to hear your answers to the questions in this tag. So feel free to leave them below in the comments. If you have similarities or differences, it might be fun to discuss them. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you're having a great week.